Morocco, he had those carts, and they had to buy carts up and down the street.
Yeah, was that your father?
Yeah, my blood father, Morocco Grill.
Oh, I'm done. I remember somebody like that. Yeah, it was a tavern and a hotel where all the musicians, not musicians, no, railroad men stayed upstairs, and it was what's that bar? The Carters? No, I can't think of the bar, but it's a bar there. Then you get on down right there. I'm on Parker Street now.
Okay.
And you had Miss Raven's had anybody remember Miss Raven?
Raven Cafe?
Cafe? Okay, she was in there somewhere. When you left that, it was a drugstore.
What happened to Apex? You got to the Apex yet?
She's only on Parker.
I say you only on Parker? You haven't got to the Apex yet?
No, I just passed the Apex.
Yeah, because Parker Street, across from American Legion on Parker, that was the Apex.
Okay.
No. Hotel where all the...
What was that bar with all the...
Got the Apex.
Okay, yeah.
So this was a railroad town.
Yeah. Well, my father worked on the railroad.
All the railroad men stayed there in that hotel. That's where the women went to meet them.
Well,
And then...
drink my liquor and talk to me.
You used to go peeping through them windows up there.
And it was an Adler's Bakery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hands. I never did. He wouldn't put no tissue around the donuts and that. He just used his hands. I said, oh no, I ain't
And listen, this.
There was a drugstore before you got to Adler's Bakery. There was a drugstore on that corner in Decatur.
That was that old little Jack's grocery, Jack's drugstore.
Right. Then you had Adler's Bakery.
Nasty store.
Right.
But now to get back to what I just called it, what I said.
Adler's Bakery.
Now let me tell you, that was on
24th Decatur.
Decatur.
Okay, what was
Now
the
this,
grocery store?
wait a minute, I'm in Las Vegas. Was I in Las Vegas? Where was I? Where the heck was I? But anywhere. I had, Las Vegas. I went over in Henderson because I had a friend who was just building also there, and he wanted me to see his it was Dorothy's friend, one of her white people that worked there with him, and he had this, and just built out all retired people was in this little neighborhood. So I had to go by to see him, and I got the baskets where he took any kind of vegetable and made flowers out of it. And I still have the picture that he'd bring it down to the hotel to me. So that was his Adler's. And I had fall when I come out of this place, I kind of fell, being nosed at the neighbor. He said, watch all my nose there. But you're a black woman coming out of a white man's place. And it wasn't nothing, it was just a friend of Dorothy's counterpart. And there it was, so I fell. And so he got a wheelchair, and I rode me all over Las Vegas, a candy store and everything. I never will forget that. Me in this candy store, I thought I was something, and everyone just driving this white man just pushing. It was a lot of fun. Now that was that. So, and then I went in one of the stores to get a cane. And they were real expensive. I said, damn, the canes here, these canes are $15. In Omaha, I can get it. And this lady looked at me, she says, Dorothy, you're the girl from the drugstore, Miss Adler. Adler's Bakery. She done moved to Las Vegas. And she recognized me, but I didn't recognize her. So that was really a coincidence. I'm in there getting a cane to walk on and fell. And then she recognized me. And then the lady left there. That was Adler's Bakery. And then it was another grocery store.
Yeah, right on that.
A grocery store, little man, And then you had that cowboy ran that liquor store, 24th and Franklin, right? Then your church is up there on that church you go to. And across the street was another little dinky grocery store.
Bar and hall, in the pool hall.
And a pool hall. And then you go up a little further. And I'm trying to see what was that. Well, then, let me get across the street. Ben Black had a grocery store. Grocery store. He was the one who made all the money. And when you went in, let me tell you, he had a broom at the counter. And he charged you for that broom. That's the way he was cheap. And I told one of my customers, because I said, bring the receipts in, because he pulled it on me. And I said, no, you don't do that. You got the wrong person. And so I saw her, and I told her, whenever you go in that store, bring to me your receipt. that he charged the room, whatever it was. I went down there with the warehouse and said, man, as long as gas point the ground, don't you mistreat people like that. No. Ooh, was I ever mad at him. Ben Black, who remembers him?
I grew up in the store.
He went up there on, he went up there on 30th and the store that just got burned down.
Oh, the poultry house. The poultry house.
Coach House.
Yeah, that was his
What
store.
was that?
That's what I remember. That was Ben Black. Now I'm going on further. How further should I go? I'm getting out. Ben Black actually left across the street, and there was a bar, drive-through bar.
Oasis.
Oasis.
Oasis, yeah.
And then he had, before the bar, there was a fish market. White man had live fish. He used to go in there and get fish. And then, what's the guy that's real sharp around? He just died from Iowa. Oh, he was sharp. He had a tavern there. I can't think of his name. His wife was named Dorothy. Oh, I can't think of his name now.
Where was it?
He had the big bar on 24th and Franklin.
Yeah.
Across the street.
Yeah, across the street. Yeah,
Because
I remember the bar.
He would call me, come on over.
Yeah.
This is payday, and they're popping money. And I he called me, he said, he always called me the star. And I lock up the store 5 minutes, run over there, and everybody got money, they was popping. And he had a little nightclub. He used to have a party day. I mean, it was real swinging. Then you left that, and that was Ice House.
Remember the Ice House.
Then the Ice House.
In the gravel road and Jones Body Shop.
And the man would sit there, he was, couldn't walk, because I used to go and get change from him. Every time I need change, we'd get from him. And Miss Finley didn't like us, and we didn't like her. So we told her she better not be caught down there. The old man Finley, he had to work because that's where he made his money. Now I'm going across the street. That was a portrait house, the jewelry the Jews had. And the Jones, everybody remember Wardell Jones?
Oh, yeah.
How will you remember?
That was their place. They a body shop after the porch house left. And I'm going there, and there was a little store, a little dirty, dingy store. People sitting in there, and they just sold little things out there all the time.
On what street?
This is between, right after the Finley Ice House and that. And then go on down there, then that's where the project come in.
Wasn't there a gas station on the corner just before the project?
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, on Charles. Yeah,
Now I'm back on Seward on this side.
What, you say Fish House?
No,
Ice House.
Ice House.
Yeah,
I had the drugstore, and all these guys around, you all hear them talk about it, they used to come in and take it, and everything, and not come in.
But Miss Dorothy, remember your one birthday party we had? Everybody's coming in here giving you nickels and quarters with the gums and stuff they stole.
That was funny.
I bought you a drink.
It was.
Everybody, Miss Dorothy, it's a quarter I stole, whatever she stole, they stole at that time.
One, he looks at me now because he knew, I act like I don't know. I made money orders. Those girls, let me tell you about my girls. They owned ABC. And the men, they all had these men. They were good. Then when the check was gone, you didn't see them. 3 days before the time to get the checks, the men was with the girls. They come in. I made money orders. I had a money order machine, and I'd make their little money, but they had to pay their rent and so on like that. And then a customer, he comes in here now, they just look at me. He broke in the store, sold my money order machine, and the next day he's gonna come and sell it to me. He comes in here, but he looked at me real funny, and I pretend I don't know him. You know him.
I do.
Yeah. And then I'm back on street. Okay, across the street was a diamond restaurant, and it was a Jew, not restaurant, meat place. Remember the Jews in there? The diamonds, were they diamonds? Anyway, no, Sugar's, because Sugar right now is into something with the city. And he was that told me, told me what Omaha would look like 30 years from that day, and he didn't lie. What would be houses, and they're gonna all the way to the next town up there. It's gonna be high rises on the river, and you see him coming up now to Sugar. And I think he's still working for the city.
That Martin is
Okay, well then we used to be good friends. And he
Yeah,
was,
he was, what, the head of the
Fire department.
I think that's what it is, yeah. Well, those were his family, the Diamonds, the Diamond brothers. And they'd always run over to the house to the store and they considered me the black Jew. That was a black Jew. Then across the streets from me was Ruth's grocery store. And anybody remember Eddie Underwood?
Who?
Eddie Underwood.
Yeah.
And Dr. Wiggins lived up over the store. I just thought Dr. Wiggins, not even.
But he was, didn't he live over there, there was a dress shop down there, Rialto dress shop.
No, Rialto was up there, but it was another. And I'll tell you what it was. It was, because I've been playing cards with the girl, but I haven't seen her for a long time. He had a cleaning place there. I can't think of his name. And then you went, and there was, anybody remember ever cook them shrimps? And
Live wire.
live wire. Cook them darn shrimps.
Oh, yeah.
Best in the world.
On 24th Charles.
It'll be in a paper
Yeah,
bag.
and that little
Hot
That's all
sauce
some
on
crackers.
it. And they give you some crackers. You got this
Wait a
big
minute.
greasy bag.
brown bag.
Yeah, greasy
I
brown
used
bag.
to sit on that corner with
Oh,
Coca-Cola
wow.
crates shelling shrimp.
Y'all,
And then
And I got paid a quarter.
her
I
dad,
remember
her
sitting
family,
there
they had a
eating
record shop. You guys had a record
That's
shop.
Joe's breakfast.
She used to come down this street right here, and they brought, I think you would go into, I don't know, didn't you go to Sacred Heart?
St. Benedict.
St. Benedict. I would be
We used
sitting
to walk
right,
the street.
and I'd be walking the streets, and I'd be sitting there right here, and we had the window, and they had booths there. And I would always see her, little girl. She would
There was three of us in a red and white.
That's right. That's right. I remember good.
Radio flyer.
Daddy left, went to, he had to open up a record shop in Des Moines, and coming back, and her baby sister and the father was killed, hit on collision. Hit on collision. I've never forgotten that. I never see her in a motel a few years ago. I'm sitting out here, and she said, "Look at me." I didn't remember, you know, it was snotty-nosed kids. And then that's what we got. That's why she's so sweet to me now when I come in. I forgot those
No,
things.
you got memory better than mine. Much better.
And then you had Dr. Jones somewhere down there. He would come in my store. He's at his wife, she was so, and he just liked to drink and gamble. Anybody he knew coming there gambling, them guys off the street, they would be throwing dice there in my store. Dr. Jones was something else. He was I loved him to death. Herbert Wiggins was there, upset somewhere. And then you had a Dr. Gooden somewhere down the line.
Oh, Dr. Good. That's right. That's right.
And then you had Harry's Fish Market.
Right here. That was on 24th between Hamilton and, what's the next street? Caldwell.
And then before you got there, it's a body shop.
Right.
And a woman and a man or something, they give them a little piece per night or something. And they had,
Remember that first house as you go up Hamilton, you could get all kind of ID, any kind of ID you wanted. You get paid $2, whatever age. It was a house, a white house.
had a nice whorehouse up there up on top of this.
Indiana.
Then you had the one that you go there, buddy, with your day, don't say that your wife is in there. And then you had this big whorehouse down there, it's a castle now.
Oh, it's still down there. The castle's still there.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing. It's her. See, they belong to the church house, the old man Trumbull. And he always laugh and talk and everything, and went to the house. And then when Mr. Trumbull just looked at the day in church, he got an education. And he was the first black man, I think, dealt with Social Security. And I went down there and something from my husband on Social Security. It's still there. And he kind of ignored me, and I thought that was some bitch I know. I said, many times you went there to the house, and then put you through school, you know. I'm talking reality. I'm telling you like it was, like a TIE. And I'm at Caldwell. And you walk down, there was a coffin house, coffins were, and then on that thing was a drugstore. They didn't like for you to come in there. You remember that drugstore on 24th and Cummins? And across the street,
Rents are rents
you
off.
know, you better not go in there, they think.
That was
Then you
coming.
get on the other side of the street,
That was coming.
and yeah, the best cola. And then on Paul Street was, tobacco company, because I bought all my tobacco from those guys. I got to be good friends at, H&C Vending, I think it was. And so when I went to, where did I go? Washington. And they told me, better stop in to see. I can't think of their name now. But anyway, he was a playboy. He was the mayor of this town. I can't think of his name now, but he was a playboy. So I made it my business when I went to Washington for the Elks Convention. I carried my congregation there, and I'm trying to think. The man, one of the representatives said, Dorothy Smith girl, Smith from, I might have been a Friels then. I had to be a Smith, I don't remember. But anyway, I had all my kids, the delegates went right because all through the right. Zerinsky, you remember Zerinsky?
Yeah. What, Mary?
They had a business over there, and that's how I got to know them. And when I was in Washington, he carried me all through the Washington House, through all them rooms, and he showed me when there's something going on, how they just touch a bell and everybody got to move out. They just run, just like the elevators are just waiting there for them when they got to go vote on something. It was really interesting there.
Miss Dorothy, what was the name of that little candy store? When you come out from Killing Pool, you come across the street, they had the popcorn, it was right there on the corner of Indiana.
Oh, that's a small store. I remember the
Yeah.
store, but I don't know the name.
There was Donovan Brothers Heating and Air, then there was a little bitty store. You come across from the swimming pool, everybody go over there and get the candy.
Everybody popcorn, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
Used to get them all day suckers. Used to get them all day suckers.
All day.
At that time, I had left because they broke in so much, and there was a heavy girl, Williams, who was married to, I think he just died not too long ago. But her son was one who broke in the store. It was next door to me was America, where they sold secondhand clothes. They went to her store. You remember them windows that you let down? What do you call them things?
Transom.
What you call them?
Transom.
Transom, yeah. They went through that and dug a hole through it to come into my store. Now, I hadn't paid no attention to it, but you know, you had the things, the cases where now you go and get what you want, but back in those days, I had to go and get everything and get it for you. And they, big hole, come in there and got everything. But see, I got smart. I had it hooked up. That's why I'm broke now. Had it hooked up down to the police station. If you touch that button in the back, they couldn't see it. When you went across that wire, went to my safe, went off down to the police station. And now he done got everything. They come through the transom and tore the machine up where the cigarette machine, put a case sitting at the door filled with cigarette. I had to go right down and never known who did it. But they got slick. They're going to go back there. And that alarm went on, and I had just walked in the door. I said, "Ah, damn, here now." And they said, "You stuff broke in." You're kidding. I come in, I had to unlock the door. And the things in there. Where in the hell did they be? Where in the hell we looked and looked? So when I pulled that glass back, big old, they had to do it 3 or 4 days. And then I didn't sell nothing out of there because it was a big hole. And all he did was take that stuff and went back. And when they called and come and told me and said, "Miss Smith, we got your robbers." Got my robbers? Who are they? I went out there, they pulled them 2 guys out of the car. I started fighting. He said, "You go to jail for that, you don't do that." I killed you, some bitch.
Did you know him?
I did. I tell you who their mother was. She was a very attractive girl.
You know
And she could hold the Ritz scale.
Oh, that woman, Chester,
Pierce.
the Pierce, Mildred Pierce, the son was Chester.
No, she just worked for
Oh,
them.
that
But
Pierce.
She wasn't older.
she was real light girl.
Yeah.
and
You know, she was kind of hip, nice looking.
Yeah.
What's her
She had
name?
3 boys.
Delaanne's mother. Delaanne, oh, I can't think of that. There was twins, Carletta Coleman and Carl Coleman. Those are the two oldest ones.
Well, that's why now, see, they moved
Yeah.
somewhere up on Sharp. They done broke in the store. They got everything that they gotta be slick and still going on out. And that thing went off. When I saw them, I stopped and they, what made it so bad? They had worked in the store, you know, in the trash, you know, you had to take the trash, used to have so much trash. I let them give them a quarter. A quarter was a lot of money in those days. They'd take it back and give them a loaf of bread and that stuff. Max on 43rd and 42nd in Bedford. So that I got bread because they needed it down there, and you just give it to me and I'd give it to them. I was good. I think that's why I'm blessed today, because I didn't mind
You
it.
did a good thing.
But it put me in a bind. But
Yeah.
I knew it would get bad. And she said, no, it's not my boys. They don't do nothing
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
My boys in the bed.
Yeah.
You go home and look. She went home and looked.
Yeah.
You know what they had done? And roll up some pillows and quilts and put them like that, and they come out the back door.
She's a bad actor too.
So I asked them about them here. I asked some of the kids that hang around with. They said one is dead and the other
Yeah.
is in
Carl's dead. He died in Detroit.
I didn't know.
Yeah. You know, he was the oldest. Then there was Carletta, there was twins, and I don't know where Carletta is. Delian and the rest of them, Rosemary, they're up in Denver.
Down the Cummings Street now, there was a bar on this side back behind that thing. Those used to be apartments, but you get off the streetcar and get to the other cross town going that way. But it used to be a bar there, and you could see these, that's where everybody stopped and drink. And it was a place, you can't go in, to go in you have to have a bottle. We want to go in with him. I have to pick up a Pensacola bottle. I got a bottle. You couldn't get in there now. I can't remember what that was run by. Like
And it was on Cummings.
yeah, I think, I tell you, the one design.
But introduce your husband, because he can tell you about the old school too. Growing up in that hood.
Where's my husband? Husband!
He look at me like,
Some of my little brothers too. I love him.
He said no, he was easy.
A lot of fun. I think you run the joint on 24th and Decatur, didn't you? You run that, you know where you throw them things, them little pretty things, all colors. Come 7.
Yeah.
You know, long story. Yeah, and I didn't know him. I forgot what he did. Well, I've had back in my day, it's been a pleasure to sit and talk. I still think
You guys the rest of what's going on.
It's nice to still be around here. And a lot of things you talk about.
guitars. Where's the guy that just plays the piano with his
All right,
toe?
They were talking about him. They were talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
I don't know where he was. They were
Play the
saying,
piano with his toe.
play Preston.
That's what Lou was talking about.
Press around.
No, that's no first and another time. He left here and he went to, I think he was killed in, up in Minnesota.
Yeah, Lou was talking about somebody played. Oh no, she said.
She said, "Oh, at this house there, and there was some homes right around there. Some lady, a big fat lady, run the big time house, and all the musicians stayed there."
I thought Charles Brown, I thought he lived, he used to stay here so much. Yeah. And the only one who saw, I remember he put out was Merry Christmas, Baby.
So you remember? So,
Yeah, a Merry Christmas, Baby.
and this was the Midwest Club.
Yeah,
The
they went,
Midwest
yeah.
Club. That was the biggest club, and you had another club with we the Quacks. We were the Quacks, and that was a beautiful club from the Y over there, where the Midwest. That was the Y club. Y.
Okay, so can we back you up for a second? You said Midwest Club was the biggest club?
Biggest club one, other than the Bro Brummels.
Bro
The
Brummels?
Bro Brummels.
Okay.
Bro Brummels.
And so do you remember?
Jabbo, anybody remember Jabbo? Who's in here?
Who?
Jabbo.
So Denry.
And now all these guys here, I got pictures of all of them here. Oh, did you show it to me?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a book too.
You know, all these guys was here, Jack Johnson and all them. And here are the pictures of them. You got the same book, all the rest of the ladies around here. And I know all these people. Cloverleaf Club, we had about.
Cloverleaf Club?
Yeah, we had about 20 clubs between here and
Cummings and Lake?
yeah.
Cummings and Lake?
Cloverleaf.
Oh, yeah.
Ours was the biggest crack club. And the men was, ooh, the men was so sharp. You went to the dance. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God, you had to have the little flower on, and you had to have your tux on in those days.
Back when I was getting paid Thursday, boy, I was sharp as a tack.
Buying a formula every month. Somebody was making shoot. They
In the
dressed
summertime, driving long Cadillacs about a block long. Been doing it when everybody
Jolly
walking.
Mates Club. Well, you know, all the cleaners was all they showed it on 24th Street. This book he's got it just like. There's a costume. Do you remember any of these? Jack, Mr. Robinson. His daughters now. Gilmore. James Gilmore. His daughters at Gilmore there and
yeah. The children. Who's Gilmore? The children.
He's an insurance man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them. That was good friends. And the Cosby boys, Joe Fountain, he was quite a guy around here. You remember him, don't you? Oh my God. Hezekiah Stewart. Herman Franklin, he got killed coming out of the, what's the name of the club now? What's that club on Native Omaha?
Native Omaha.
It was, I'm trying to think.
Blackhawk.
Blackhawk. He got come out there going across the street and was killed in a car wreck. Car hit him. All they do is take him right over that Thomas.
Yeah, right there.
Courtney, I gotta take him downtown.
Wasn't funny. Then I was a good friend to you all's governor, Kerry. And I was a good friend to, I got the picture of him. I always went to their dance. They did dance and like he was a mayor, yeah, Boyle.
Yeah.
I told you one time she was at one of my birthday parties and I had to call to get him out. She said, I should have called. I forgot all about it. Boy, I knew all every, just a lot. I was very active with in social. We used to have, like everybody, somebody was running for office, mayor or something like that. I used to have I've been right around at 21 Bridget, and I used to have the coffees right next door across the street from her. And I had breakfast, rolls and coffee for them to come and speak. I was very active. I ain't shit no more. They don't. I'm so glad I could talk to you.
Now you hanging out with us. That's what you do. You hanging out with us now.
Yeah, those were the good days. I've been around here a long time.
Well, we're
So
gonna.
what did you have to say? Any more questions anybody want to ask? I think I ran out. That's all 24th Street.
Okay. He has to try more. I didn't have any more questions for you, Miss Dorothy. Did you, Jeff?
When I run out, I think I missed anything.
Well, you covered quite a bit, and they covered quite a bit. We've been picking their brains for a couple of hours here, so we appreciate it, though, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead.
When you start talking about people, that got kind of interesting.
When you guys do another segment,
Yeah,
What about people?
we always do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had a
People
lot
are
of,
interesting.
you had a lot of people in the business. You had a lot of, let's see, what is Gooden, Dr. Gooden, Dr. Solomon, and
What about the black politician?
I'll tell you in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Adams, that's right. Adams.
Danner.
Dan, all the crooks.
You know the books.
Yes, I remember you bringing a whole lot of them. I've been around here a long time, and just thank God I got my memories to remember them.
Yeah, we thank God too that you got your memory.
I've had a lot
But
of
you
fun.
ready to do some drinking now, ain't you?
And we are off.
I can't drink.
If we had a TV show on K-pop.